Hey Imran, good evening.
Hey, hi everyone.
Okay, we're good to go.
Okay, thank you, Christina. Okay,
Hello, Imran.
yeah,
Hi,
hi.
good evening.
Just give me a minute, guys. Let me share the screen. Can someone confirm is my screen visible?
Yeah, we can see Imran.
Okay, perfect. Hey, hi everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining the session. Okay, so today we are going to cover uh, the topic is resilient automation, resilient UI automation. Okay, so we are going to cover two very important features which is part of UiPath Automation Cloud. One is self-healing agent and the other one is UiPath ScreenPlay. So guys, this is the team. Along with me, I have Amit and Gousalya with me. So they both are the co-speaker and the co-host for this session. So guys, people who don't know me, so I work as a solution architect, AI solution architect with Tech Mahindra. So I have more than 14 years of experience into RPA. Now we are moving into agentic AI. Okay. So I have been using UiPath since 2016. I was one of the early adopter of UiPath. Okay. And I was a MVP in 2023. I have won a couple of hackathons, and one of my solution has been recognized in the top 5 category for UiPath AI award. And recently, I have been promoted to the UiPath chapter lead position for London community. So, team, it's a request for everyone. Please join our London community chapter, okay? Because this is our second session for the London community event, and we will be having similar sessions in the coming months, okay? So, Gausalia, if you can share the URL of the London community page, right? Uh, Share in the chat so
Yeah,
that people can subscribe
yeah.
to the event page.
Yes, Imran, I shared in the chat.
Thank you. So to team, please subscribe to the London Community Event page. Okay. And please connect with me on the LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn scanner and the URL. Please connect with me. If you are interested to co-host a session on UiPath, right? Whether it's agentic automation or any other features, whether it's any specific use case based discussion you want to have. So I'm open for that. So if you're interested to co-host a session with me, please, you're welcome. So, Gausalia, will you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Myself, Gousalya Sivaraman. I'm a senior API developer in Tech Mahindra with around 9 years of experience. I'm specialized in UiPath since 2017. I have worked on several end-to-end automations and I'm recognized for my technical expertise. I'm an active participant of UiPath community events, especially this hackathon and then this community meetups. Where I get a chance to explore new capabilities of UiPath. So this is my second event as a contributor to this community. And I'm also a member of UiPath Agentic AI Lab in Tech Mahindra, and I also work on several POCs involving Agentic AI. I'm a certified professional in the following topics, and my recent certification is Associate in Agentic AI. That's where my current focus is in. So this is my LinkedIn profile and my scanner. So any queries in the upcoming topic, you can contact me in LinkedIn. That's it. Over to you, Amit.
Thanks, Gausalia. Yes, Amit.
Thanks, Gousalya. I guess like there is, I'm not
Amit,
able to
we could not
see
hear
the.
you.
Okay, yeah. So hi everyone. I'm Kumar, RPA Solution Architect at Tech. Am I audible now? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you can speak now.
Am I audible
Amit.
now? Okay. So hi
Yeah, it's
everyone.
clear, Amit.
Our uh, solution.
Amit, we couldn't hear you.
at Mahindra with for
We have lost you.
the experience, and which includes 80 plus years of RPA experience. It's happening the same. Hello.
Amit, please rejoin. Okay, please rejoin. We'll
Okay.
continue. You try to rejoin. So team Amit is working with me. Okay, he's working with me, but a part of my same team. Okay, and he has around more than 8 years of experience in RPA, especially into UiPath, and he is working as a solution architect with us. And you can follow with him on the LinkedIn. Here is the scanner. Okay, so again he will be covering UiPath ScreenPlay today. So for any questions on the screenplay, right? So you can connect with him for the for clearing your doubts. Okay. So here is the agenda for today's session. Okay. So as the topic says, right, we are going to cover screenplay and the self-healing agent. But I think the same topic has been covered across different chapters. Okay, your path community across different regions have different chapters, right? So today we are going to try to cover something different. Okay, we are going to cover a live demo. We'll show the code as well. We'll do a small code walkthrough. Along with that, we are going to cover the technical prerequisites. Okay, and we are also going to cover the pricing model for the screenplay and the self-healing agent, and uh, and we are going to see some comparison. Okay, when to use when. Okay, so before we begin with the session, right? Let me show you. Let me give you a quick. Give me a minute.
Am I
Right?
audible? Am I audible, Imran Gousalya?
Amit, no, your network is not stable.
Now am I audible now? Is this clear?
Yes, better now.
Yes, Amit.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Amit, I'm continuing with the next slides. Okay.
Sure, Imran.
Okay. So team, just give me a minute. So guys, before we proceed, right? Okay, so I just want to show you the quick white paper which has been recently published. So this white paper, right? This is based on the experience of my experience of implementing the self-healing agent for as a POC for one of our customer, and this covers the detail, okay, on the outcomes, okay, of this screenplay, okay, what benefits we can achieve, okay, and what we have achieved through the POC, okay. So I will request Gousalya to share the URL of this white paper in the chat again. So team, you can go through this. It's published on Tech Mahindra website and it's open for all. Okay, anyone can read this white paper. It has very good information. Okay. So I'm switching back to the presentation now. Okay. And Gousalya, also please share the LinkedIn URL of you, myself, and Amit. Okay.
Okay.
So team, please go through the white paper. This is it's interesting read. It won't take more than 5 minutes of your time. Okay. Let's continue with the presentation. And guys, again, towards end of the session, we can have a Q&A. Okay, last 10 minutes we can reserve for Q&A. The total duration of the session is around 60 minutes, but it may exceed. Okay, but if you can stay, then please stay. Okay, and in between as well, if you have any queries, feel free to post your questions in the chat. My team will answer. Okay, so let's begin now. So guys, in any RPA implementation, right? We have a common challenge when we deal with UI automation, right? RPA bots are fragile. Okay, it breaks because of changes in the selectors. So the most common problem in the RPA, right? The biggest pain point is whenever the UI automation, any changes happen in the selector, the bot fails. Correct? For example, if there is some change in the button name, okay, or any change in the labels, right, of the UI element in the selectors, the bot fails, okay, then we need a developer intervention to fix those UI changes, right? And the primary cause of the failure is selector instability. Sometimes we deal with application whose selectors are dynamic. Okay, there are some complex attribute, okay, in the selectors, and that happens due to frequent application updates, code deployments, or even the minor UI reorganizations. Right. For example, right. Any changes in the element, or maybe the positioning of the element, or some new, maybe iframe, for example, inserted or in the application due to some updates, right? So again, this often breaks the selectors, okay, and this forces the developer to manually intervene, fix the issue, and redeploy the code in the production, right? And team, when we deal with the production bots, right, we have to achieve our goal during the desired SLA. Okay, the bot should complete a transaction within the SLA, and due to UI selector changes, right, the bot fails. Okay, then the bot doesn't complete a transaction. So either as a production support team, we have to manually complete a transaction, or we have to buy out some additional time from the business to fix the issues and redeploy the updated code and run the bot again, right? And that requires a change request process, which takes a day or more than that sometimes. Okay, so the solution for this is the healing agent. Healing agent is an AI powered runtime capability. Okay, this is not completely agentic automation. Agentic automation is completely different, which can plan, think, act, and learn, right, on its own. But healing agent use the AI-based recovery mechanism, okay, which help us to detect the failures. It suggests the fixes as well. Okay, it will show you the changes in the selector. Okay, what was the old selector, what is the new selector, and if you allow, it will automatically heal the automation in the production. Okay, we are going to see that in the coming slide. So here is the high level of flow which I have created. This is not available in UiPath documentation. This is what I have built on the basis of my experience. Okay, so give me a minute, guys. So the healing agent gets triggered, right? If there is any UI related issue, right? Selected issue, and the bot fails, right? This trigger automatically. Okay. There are certain settings we need to enable. We will see that, okay, in the coming slide. So once the UI selector issue detected, right, the healing agents run the recovery cascade. Okay, the recovery cascade, it covers it's not only the UI selector issue, right? It can be pop-up issue as well. There can be unknown pop-up, right, which may have not encountered during the development or maybe during the UAT. Okay, it can be selected issues. It can be delay issues, right? Sometimes the application takes time to respond, right? Okay, sometimes some elements fail to takes time to load, right? So again, the delay can be an issue, one of the issue, right? So again, it uses the healing agent uses the AI heuristic match. Guys, this AI heuristic match means it uses the intent. Okay, instead of going with the exact matching the label, right? The names, correct? It will go with the closest match as well. It goes with the semantic understanding of the UI element and the labels. Okay, so if the recovery is successful, right? Okay, it will log the issue. Okay, it will send the recommendations to the developer. Okay, and it will resume the execution. So this autopilot feature will help you to update your code. Okay, so we are going to see that during the live demo. How does it work? Okay, and it will automatically resume the execution, and then it will complete the transaction. If the recovery is not successful, right, it will stop the execution. Okay, we have a scenario again in one of the demo. We have covered this scenario as well, where recovery is not successful. So again, for the governance point of view, automation off is there by default because it's part of our automation cloud, right? Healing agents work with automation cloud. It works with the modern activities. Okay, so your each and every activity or whatever healing has been done by the healing agent, right, is being recorded. Okay, the logs are generated. We will see that in the coming slides. Before we proceed, right, I just want to touch base a few examples of the selector issue. Okay, this is a very common example, right? If you see here, the ID, before the healing, before the change happened, the ID was submit. Okay, and due to some changes, the ID changed, right? Submit button. We can overcome this issue by using dynamic selector as well. This is one of the example, guys. But when we work with the actual application, the complex ERPs, right? The issues are more complex, right? Even we don't know what type of selector changes may happen. In that case, the healing agent will be useful. Okay. The second example can be unhandled pop-up. Okay, this is what we encounter. Uh, Not most of the times, but there are many scenarios, right, where we have to deal with some pop-ups which never encountered during the UAT or development phase, right? Okay, and that depends on completely on maybe the data, the production data, right? So again, the healing agent has the capability to handle the unhandled pop-up as well, and it will automatically resume the transaction. That will avoid any failure in the production. Okay. Uh, Now I will hand over to Gausalya. So Gausalya will cover the next part.
Yeah. So before diving into the live demo, let us look into the prerequisite for this UiPath healing agent. So to use this self-healing property, we should have the UI automation package version as 25.10.2 or the later. To make use of all these features, the package version should be 25.10. So in terms of UiPath Studio, to make use of after the self-healing agent does it work? Um, to download that file manually and import that into the studio, or the studio version is supposed to be 2024.10. Uh, X or the later version, or else if you want to open the studio straight away from the orchestrator, then the studio version is supposed to be 2025.0.157. uh, the studio version is not applicable for the rest of the features, whereas for the in terms of a robot version, while triggering the job from the orchestrator, you can enable the self-healing property. So during that time, the robot version is supposed to be 2024.10.x or the later version. So to make use of these features, the relevant versions will be applicable. Yeah, let me share my screen to show a live demo of this. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Kausalya.
Yeah, okay. So the first demo which I'm going to show is the UI banker. So you all know the functionality of the UI banker. Simply it will log into the UI bank URL and it will enter the basic information. After entering the basic information, it will hit the submit button. So I have made some changes to the submit button. Uh, Let us see how it is going. So while starting the job, we need to ensure whether the self-healing property is enabled. So I have enabled the healing agent over here. Also, I have checked the self-healing property. Here we do have two things. The self-healing will do two things. So one is giving the recommendation. The second one is self-heal on its own. If we don't want to do the self-healing, if we want only the recommendation, we can disable this. Let me start the bot. It's running. Uh, s- so the package version we are using is 2025.10 point later, no, the UI automation. So that is having a multiple selector, that is a fallback approaches. Suppose if one selector fails, that is if the strict selector fails, it will go to the fuzzy selector. So likewise, if everything fails at last, it will come to this self-healing if this self-healing is enabled. So if the fallback approaches fails, at last a self-healing will be enabled. So the self-healing, it will give recommendations as well as it will also try to recover the activity. Here I have enabled both, so it will try to recover the activity. So the submit button, I have given the select instead of submit button, I have given only the submit as a web control ID. So it will try to recover the activity. So once this activity is recovered, it will display the log messages, and in the orchestrator, we can navigate to the healing agent tab, and from there we can also download the code with the correct fix. This healing agent also shows us what is the wrong select. I mean, what went wrong and what is the place where we need to fix. We can also download that file and we can import that straight away into our code with the help of autopilot. Yeah, it has clicked on the submit button using this healing agent, and the job is completed successfully. Let's look into the logs. Yeah, this is successful. Let's look into the logs. So it has given the details of the healing agent. When we navigate to the healing agent tab, it will give the entire details. Like what is the selector that went wrong and what is the correct replacement for that. So that the further development efforts will be reduced. So just we can open this suppose if your orchestrator is in a different mission and the developer mission is a different one, then you can click on this download the debug file, and you can import this file into the developer's mission. Since I have the code in the same mission, I'll go with this option, open in studio. So it will get opened in the UiPath studio desktop application. So after that, using autopilot, we can apply the changes. So before it gets open, let's go on. Let's see what is the suggestion it has given. So this is the incorrect selector, and this is the correct selector which the self-healing agent has suggested. So it has given the details, what is the activity that has been affected. So in the meantime, for the next demo, it deals with the overlaying pop-up. So for this demo, I have developed an app using HTML. So the common issues with UI automation is we used to do some automation with one version of the app, and after developing the automation and deploying that to production at later point of time, this will get the app will get upgraded to the next version. So during that time, the selector may change, or some smart delays might have been introduced, or else some extra pop-up have been introduced. So how to overcome that, we can see in the second demo. Yeah. So before that, I'd like to give away how this app works. So this is a simple app where we need to enter the basic information of employees. So this is the first version of the app which I have built. If you enter the first name, last name, some random email ID, phone number, and if we fill in all these details, and if you click on the submit button, it will show us all the details. And if we click on the OK button, it will go to the next pop-up. So this is how this app will work. So I have made few changes to this app to the second version. So in the second version, what it will know after entering the basic details. Yeah. So after entering the email ID, a random pop-up is coming in. So only if we click on OK, it will allow us to enter the further details. So the rest of the functionality remains the same. I have built the automation for the first version of this app. Let's see how the bot will handle this overlaying pop-up. So I have closed everything. So before running this demo, let's see the yeah. So the UI bank self-healing. Yeah, it has. I have opened that over here. So if you open the autopilot, it will give us the suggestions. What is the target we need to update on which activity? So it says the click submit loan application. It will highlight this activity. So this respective activity we need to update. So we can simply click on this apply. So if we click on this apply, the changes will get applied to the code, and it will ask us to okay, it will ask us to open the application and highlight the target. Just a moment. Yeah. What we need to do is we need to confirm. It has picked up the selector on its own. All we need to do is we need to confirm whether this is the some button we highlighted. So after clicking on confirm, the changes will be applied to this code, and we can save this code and we can publish. I'm not using object repository. Yeah. Yeah. The changes are done. We can save this and we can publish this code. And after publishing, if we run from the orchestrator, it will run without any issues. Yeah, that's it. The code change is done. So this use case is done. So for the second use case, as I said, the version 1, it will not have any pop-up. The version 2 will be having some overlaying pop-up. Let me trigger the bot from the orchestrator. So I have given which version of the app to use as input argument to this process, and I have enabled the healing agents. Yeah, I have started the process. Yeah, the second version of the app, it will have overlaying pop-up. UiPath healing agent will try to click on OK and resume the automation. The third version of the app which I have built is I have built that app with several pop-ups so that the healing agent will fail. I have built that app intentionally to make it fail. Yeah, it has typed in the information, and now the random pop-up is there. It's trying to type into the phone number, but the pop-up is blocking. Yeah, it has clicked on that pop-up OK button, and it is resuming the automation. It has entered all the details. Yeah, I placed a message box. so that indicating the process has been completed successfully. So it has entered all the details. That's it. Yeah, the process is completed successfully. Let's look into the logs of this job. It will give you the entire detail of this job. So the second version of the app I have used. So if you look into the logs, healing agent been used. So this healing agent, it will take some time to load. So it will show us what are all the affected activities. An overlay pop-up was detected and the pop-up was automatically closed by the healing agent. It will also give the suggestion what is the window selector for that respective pop-up and what is the selector we need to use. So to fix this, we can the same way how we did for the previous demo, we can open this in Studio and we can highlight that pop-up and then we can make changes to the code without much effort. Yeah, the third application, actually I ran that application before some time today. I'll show just the results. So this is the logs of that job. Actually the job got faulted because of multiple pop-ups. I'll show the logs and then the healing agent behavior. Yeah, actually here if you see I have passed the third version of the app. So the healing agent failed to recover. Even though it failed to recover, it has given us suggestions. So the third version of the app, it will have multiple pop-up. So the healing agent, it first clicked on OK for the first pop-up. So even after that, it is not able to recover the activity. So it has thrown error. So it shows failed to heal the activity, but it has taken the following attempts. So while verifying, if we want to make use of these two things, we can open this in Studio and we can apply the changes. It's up to us whether to enable the self-healing or to stop with the recommendation alone. Suppose if there is any serious security related warning message, if you feel like that things will come in and if you don't want the healing agent to rectify on its own, instead you want only the notification. So in that case, you can enable only the recommendation and not to enable the self-healing. So during that point of time, it will give only the suggestion. It will not heal on its own. Yeah, that's it. Moving on to the licensing part.
Gousalya, can we take a pause for the questions? Anyone has any questions? The demo was quite interesting, Gousalya. Thanks for that. So, anyone has any questions? So, guys, in the demo, we have covered two scenarios. One is the change in selector. The second scenario is the unknown pop-ups, right? Okay, I think no questions. Yeah, you can proceed, Gousalya.
So moving on to the licensing part. So as of now, we are using the unified pricing model, which is recommended by UiPath. So generally, we are provided with 5,000 healing units per year as a part of the standard enterprise plan. So once this 5,000 healing units are utilized, it will start to consume the platform units. No AI units will be used for this healing agent. It will make use of only the healing units. So once we are done with the healing units, it will start to consume the platform units. So for a single heal, it will consume 3 platform units. Whereas for the flex licensing model, it will consume 15 agentic units. So this is for enterprise edition. For community edition, it will consume, the maximum limit is 10 heals per day. I'm using community edition. Here you can see. So to check the number of heals which is pending for the day, you can navigate to admin. Yeah, the maximum number of heals allowed is 10 heals per day. You can navigate to admin, license, consumables. Yeah, down below here you can see. Yeah, so for the day I have used 3 healing units and 7 is available. So this is for community edition, only 10 heals per day. So that's it about the licensing model. And suppose you have triggered the job and orchestrator and it's running, and sometimes it due to some this kind of unexpected situation, it consume the healing units. How it will come to your attention, so we need to set the notification accordingly. So this we can do by clicking on this notification alerts. Notification alerts, in this you can scroll to the orchestrator tab. And for the healing agent, if any detected job issues via healing agent, then we need to send out an email. We can enable this property so that if the healing agent is utilized, you will receive an email stating that healing agent has been consumed, so that you can log into the orchestrator and you can look into the issue. Yeah, that's it about the license consuming part. So there are also some limitations in using this healing agent. Let's discuss one by one. So this healing agent is supported only in Windows and cross-platform. Legacy projects will not be supported. And one more thing I'd like to show. So in the code level, to make use of this UiPath self-healing property, you need to set this. Suppose for an activity, this property will be inherited from orchestrator job settings, or else if you don't want to make use of this property for this specific activity, you can disable in the activity level. It will also inherit from the orchestrator. So this property is basic. If I set this option, it will inherit from the orchestrator. And the verify execution feature, that should be enabled. So that is the second limitation. If the UI automation activities use the verify execution feature, then only it will close the intruding pop-ups. For example, in this code, after typing in the phone number, after typing in the email, it needs to verify whether that has been typed or not. So for this phone number activity, only if it types the phone number, after typing in the phone number, it will verify so that it will get confirmed. Only if we enable this feature, this UiPath healing agent will be used. So that is the second limitation. And we have the fallback approaches for selector. No, so only if we have there will be multiple selectors. If your selector is solely based on computer vision, then that respective activity can't be recovered using this healing agent. It will not support the classic UI automation. As I said, this will support the versions about 25.10. Suppose your automation is making use of some applications running in RDP and Citrix, and some local pop-ups and dialogues or prompts appears. This healing agent will not detect those dialogues. Suppose if the automation is executed on serverless robot, this healing agent will not pitch in, because that will not have a direct UI interaction. So it cannot fix the issues related to incorrect URL or else some business logic changes. Those issues can be handled in UiPath Healing Agent. Also, if there is any application crash, so those issues will not be addressed in this UiPath Healing Agent. These are the limitations. So any queries in this UiPath Healing Agent?
Okay, thanks, Gousalya.
Yeah.
To make sure the
Thank
participants
you.
are not sleeping, right? Let's ask some question to them. So, guys, I need please anyone can unmute and answer. Okay. So here the point number 6 says, right? The automation, the healing agent cannot detect the alerts or prompt if the automation is executed on serverless robots, right? So, can someone from the audience explain what is serverless robot in UiPath? Anyone, please. Audience, come on, please participate. Even if you're wrong, it's okay. Please unmute, Visha. It's Viral Shah, right? Can you please unmute and speak? It's okay. That will
Sure.
help
Can you
us
guys
to
hear
make
me?
sure. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. So serverless automation is more like where you're using the not any physical application like Chrome or Windows application. It's more on the APIs and database connection and stuff like that.
Right. That's partially right. Okay. UiPath Automation Cloud. Okay. Has the serverless robot concept where the automation runs on UiPath servers. Okay. You don't need a
Yeah.
physical machine. You don't need to set up your own machines and VDIs and servers. Okay, and you mentioned you correctly said it completely work in the back with the background automation activities, API automation, for example, right? So serverless robots are more suitable for that, and it's mostly for the in UiPath we have Studio Web, right? So if
Yep.
you build any project using Studio Web, right? So it uses the serverless robot to execute the your processes. Thanks for answering that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So guys, we are done with the first half of the session. Okay. And now we are going to see the screenplay. Gauselya, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. You can stop. So now we are going to see the screenplay. Okay. So again, guys, we have seen healing agent, right? Healing agent we need if you have built something which is already running on production, right? And you have if you're facing issues with the UI automation failures, right? So you need to identify those use cases, okay, where there are frequent failures and that has a business impact, right? In that case only you will enable the healing agent. Now, what is screenplay then? So guys, screenplay, Amit will cover the screenplay in detail. I will just give a small overview. So guys, when you have to automate any application, right? Especially on the UI side, right? If you want to automate the navigation steps and the data entry operation on any ERP or any simple, even simple web application, right? So you need to use UI automation activities, open browser, for example. Then you have to enter the username in the text boxes, password, click login button, correct? Then it will navigate you to the landing page where you will perform the data entry or data extraction kind of activities, right? So with screenplay, you don't have to do that anymore. Okay. See, your job is very simple. Okay. Now, guys, going forward, right, with the introduction of agentic automation, English is the new programming language. Okay. So you can do your entire automation with simple English. Okay. And how to do that? My colleague Amit will explain. Amit, over to you now.
Sure. Before proceeding with this UiPath screenplay, can I tell my like experience and other stuff?
Yes, Amit.
Yeah. Can we move to slide number 5 once, Imran?
Give me a minute. Slide number 5.
Yes.
Here.
Yes. I just want to give my introduction and then we can start.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hi everyone, I'm Amit Kumar, RPA Solution Architect at Tech Mahindra with over 14 years of IT experience. Along with that, I have 8 years of RPA experience. I specialize in building scalable AI-enabled automation solutions and have led multiple end-to-end automation programs across various domain and business functions. My focus is on building high-impact automation that delivers real values, business values. I'm actively involved in I'm part as a part of Tech Mahindra Agentic AI. I'm working on POC focused on innovations. Looking forward to share my insight with the community. You can stay connected with me over the LinkedIn. Here is my scanner. Now we can proceed ahead, Imran, with the UiPath ScreenPlay.
Sure, Amit. Yes, over to you again.
Okay. So UiPath ScreenPlay is basically a UiPath next generation agentic UI automation capability that allow automation to understand intent. So basically it works on the LAM. LAM means a large action model. So it works UiPath understand translate a human human language in a as a intent, right? This is the definition of the LAM. Instead of strictly following fixed selectors and scripted steps, so UiPath ScreenPlay is more likely having a smart assistant on your desktop, one that can use your computer just like you do. So in simple term, like it will tell it what you want in a plain language. For example, if you are using any external application for which the UI is getting changed frequently, for example, login screen, for the login screen, the username and password, right? So the UI is changed. So if you tell the in a plain language, it will understand, and then it will act accordingly. So for ScreenPlay, basically understand what you mean, figures out how to do it, and take action by navigating through apps and screen automation. The beauty of this UiPath ScreenPlay is you can like use in like if you have what to say like the desktop application, right? So you can use the UiPath screen there as well. Even like in the web application, you can use the UiPath ScreenPlay. UiPath also has like work on the model part, so it will we have UiPath has worked with this chat GPT, Gemini, and other models. So they have in uh, pre-built for the UiPath, and even if it in fact changes a button move or for example, if there is a button moves or a label change looks like a different, so it knows, the UiPath ScreenPlay knows how to adapt and keep going instead of breaking like a traditional automation would, right? As it core, ScreenPlay combines human-like flexibility with UiPath reliable automation platform, so your automation stays stable, smart, and easy to maintain. Can we move to next slide? Yeah, so the solution is an agent that thinks like a human. For example, as I mentioned, like if there is a login screen, right? So where the button is changed, right? So it will act as an intelligent agent that thinks and operates like a human. So it understands natural language calls, visually interprets the screen, and dynamically decide where to click and how to navigate, even when the interface is changed. Can we move next slide? Okay. So from complex code to simple English. So as we remember in traditional RPA, right? So for example, if I have to change the selector of type into, right? So we need to enable from the property section, we need to enable this selector, and then we can go to the UI screen, and then we can change the selector, right? Now this is changed. So the UiPath ScreenPlay is you just need to give in a plain English language what needs to be done. So for example, for a screenplay, You just need to give enter the username, password, click on sign in button, and if a privacy policy pop-up appears, click I agree. That's it. No need to work on the selector part. So basically, this is a game changer for the UI automation. Can we move to next slide? Yeah. So prerequisite for the UiPath ScreenPlay is your studio version should be, the recommendation is you have to go with the like upgraded version, which is 25.10 at least. But you can use this studio version 24.10 as well. So at least recommendation is 20 to use studio version as 24.10 for desktop. And for studio web, the prerequisite is an automation ops policy must be activated for your account. The package action, the package for studio web is a UiPath automation activities 20 version 25.10.5 or above. And studio web, in the studio web, because of this web governance policy, we can navigate directly to the activities. There is no version required for studio web. And setting like we need to enable include pre-release in manage package section from the studio. And for studio web, click on the box for enable preview activities. Can we move to next slide? Okay. Let me share my screen. I'll give you a demo now. Kindly let me know once you are able to see my screen. So
Yeah,
I'm
we can
going
see.
to I'm going to give you a demo over RPA challenge. So the use case is very simple. It will take an input from the Excel sheet, and it will open the Chrome browser, and based on the prompt, right? So it will type into like let's say like for example email, name, address. It will type, and then it will proceed with the next page. So before going showing to you the demo, so you just need to come to this all package. So this is the automation pack. Sorry. So you need to update this UI automation activities, which is at least 25.10. This should be the your sorry package should be updated at least. So yeah, the robot has started. It has opened the RPA challenge page. Now it will open the Excel, read the information from the Excel. Yeah, now it has started typing what needs to be done in the UI screen. Now the screen will change or right after clicking the submit button. Yeah, now you can see now the bot will pick the next transaction. It will enter the entire information, let's say first name, email, roles and company, everything it will enter, and then it will navigate to the next page. So even you can see here, right? So the screen is changed. So the bot will work, and like bot will fill the entire information, and it will proceed ahead. So after this, I'll like close this from the studio because like it will proceed with this all the transaction, which is around 10 transaction I have used. Now I'm going to stop the bot. I'll just show you the code. So as I mentioned, like I have used the RPA lens space, so and used the Excel application scope, and then I have just used one activity, which is screenplay. So based on the prompt, yeah. So I have just mentioned what needs to be done, like enter first name, and I have made this variable as dynamic. Why dynamic? So as we know, like if we need to change something, right, we can make it as dynamic, and we can use the entire thing as dynamically, right? So as soon as this fill the entire information, the last step is to click on the submit button. So the screenplay will do this all steps with the help of the model, which I have selected here, UiPath ScreenPlay agent, powered by GPT-4 4.1. That's it from the demo side. If you have any questions? I take it as no.
Yeah, Amit,
Imran,
one
can you-
question. Hello,
Yes,
is the
Ganesh.
model? Hello,
Ganesh,
is
we
the
can
model?
hear you. Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Just, Amit, can you please go back that code that which you enter the name? Just want to recheck that. Just want to confirm that. Understand that. How do you taken that the first name and last name? Be it dynamically.
Okay, sure. So basically, from this is being iterated as a row by row, right? As you know, like from the Excel, we can iterate in a loop, and we can keep keep in a variable. So I have for every row I have used, like if it's a first name, I have used the variable as first name. For last name, I have used the variable as last name. Okay. And
Okay.
when I give in the prompt, so I entered. Okay, give me a minute. So here is a this is a property. When you click on the when you do the right click, right, so you will see use variable. Okay, and if you click on this use variable, you will be able to select, like you will there will be a list. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so it's a list of there is a list from which you can select the variable name, and you can map accordingly. Okay.
Okay. So that the dynamically it will pick in the
Yes.
photo. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Amit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amit, we are almost close to the time. Can we quickly cover the other slides?
Yes. Can you share your screen, Imran, once again? Okay. Can we zoom it? Okay. So here is the UiPath screenplay features. It understands the NLP, natural language development, so allows user to create automation step by step. Resilience and self-healing. So with the UiPath screenplay, it's a pre-inbuilt self-healing feature is available, as AI is used here, right? So no needs to like do changes on the UI side. It will read live screen and adapt to the UI changes. Okay, and it use agentic AI capability, use large action model, as I mentioned earlier, right? LAM model it uses to understand user intent rather than relying on predefined brittle selectors. It use cross-platform and complex UI handling. So it can be run on Windows, Mac, Unix, and other like Windows, Mac, and Unix operating system as well. It has hybrid integrity, which is designed to work with the existing UiPath stack combination, that the adaptability of screenplay with speed and reliability, and security and governance. So integrated with the UiPath AI trust layer to ensure secure enterprise grade governance for AI driven operations. UiPath screenplay lets you build resilient AI driven automation by describing what you do, what you want to want done, while the system intelligent figures on out how even screen and application changes. So here is one comparison between UiPath ScreenPlay and traditional selector. So UiPath ScreenPlay primarily approach is basically a goal or prompt based. You describe what you want to do and figure out. Whereas like we have seen like you in the traditional, right? So we need to build workflow action by action, right? And with the UiPath ScreenPlay, it understand natural language, plain English, wherein traditional activity, like we have seen that like click type activity, we need to change it manually, right? While configuring it. Resilience to UI changes. So it is built for self-healing, adapting when UI changes. But wherein like traditional selector, it's more brittle. If it's a UI change, often requires selector fixes and redeployments. Okay. Can we move to next slide, Imran?
Sure, Amit. And team, we are going to upload this deck, okay, in the community event page. So you can refer the entire content from there. Okay. We are short of time, so we are covering only the points which are important for the session. Yes, Amit.
Yeah. So we have seen the UiPath screen self-healing agent and so ScreenPlay. So both are different team. So what is it like? The UiPath screen is basically agentic goal UI based automation capability, but and UiPath self-healing is runtime resilience and recovery mechanism, right? And at automation stage, like a UiPath ScreenPlay can be used at design terms. So for example, if you want to if you want to start from the scratch for any project, right, you can use the UiPath ScreenPlay. Whereas UiPath is self-healing agent works on the runtime. What happens when automation fails? This we have seen in Gousalya's live demo. So these are some of the differentiation which I have noted down here. And also like self-healing agent keeps today's bot running, whereas self ScreenPlay defines how the tomorrow bot should be built. Can we move to next slide?
This is a nice praise, Amit.
Thanks, Imran. So now coming to the pricing principles, right? So UiPath ScreenPlay is having 4 pricing principles. The first one is encourage consumption. So basically here you can use your BYOM model. Basically you can bring your own model. Okay. So adoption is prioritized through low margins over cost and free uses. The second one is easy to trial. So ScreenPlay is available through a self-server free trial, allowing immediate access without sale assistance. So this feature is available in your community version as well as enterprise version. No need to size upfront. Sufficient uses is bundled in the add-on, so customer can start before estimating consumption price precisely. And channel availability available for all enterprise tiers and community with limited but meaningful access for experiment mention. Can we move to next slide? Okay. So now coming to the licensing consumption part. So UiPath has for UiPath ScreenPlay we have two two types of licenses. Flex unit basically it is what to say like based on your consumption you can use this flex license, and unified is basically a fixed subscription units. So for standard models for flex agent, like we can use one agent per unit run, and for unified it's 0.2 platform unit per run, which includes the models such as GPT-5, DOM, GPT-4, these all. And for the basic models, like for the Flux agent unit, it's just like 0.25 unit agent unit per run. And for the unified platform, it's just 0.05 platform per unit. It includes lightweight, faster models such as GPT, Gemini, and other models as well. So each run includes up to 5 UIXN built-in increment of 5 as described in the following below. One run, like for one consumption, like you can take in between 1 to 5 UIXNs. For two AI consumption, you can consider at 6 to 10 UIXNs. And three, you can consider in between 11 to 15 UIXNs.
Team, just a small correction, okay? So this Flex, right? Flex is for the old setup, okay? For any new customers going forward, unified platform will be applicable, okay? And unified model use platform unit concept. Again, you can find the details of the consumption pattern and everything on the UiPath documentation, okay? And I think Amit used the word that unified. We use a fixed units or something. That's not exactly correct. So again, how does the platform unit work? Right? You can find the detailed documentation on the UiPath documents.uipath.com. Right? You can get the details over there. Okay. So platform units has a very beautiful approach. Okay. Earlier, right? For example, in the Flex model, right? For document understanding, a separate consumption was there for what we say IDX, right? We have different consumption. Okay, and when it comes to agentic automation, again a different consumption, right? There are different bundles available, right? But using the unified model, right, everything will be clubbed into a platform unit based consumption model, and there is a way to calculate how much platform units will be consumed for different types of usage on depending on how many runs you will have, right? Again, guys, please go through the documents.uipath.com to understand how does the platform units work, okay? And unified model is applicable only for the new customer. Flex is still they are supporting for the old customer. Whoever has the Flex model, they can still continue until further notice by UiPath team. Okay.
Thanks for correcting, Imran. Basically, I had to say like subscription-based model, but I said like fixed model.
No problem, Amit.
Yeah.
Guys, we are done with the session. Okay, I know we exceeded the time as well, but thanks for your patience. Okay, and thanks for your participation. The forum is still open for the next few minutes for question and answer. I will be happy if you participate. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, guys. We can wait for a few more minutes. And guys, please feel free to share your feedback. Okay, on the session. Okay, and follow us on the LinkedIn. Okay. Follow us on the LinkedIn if you have any questions, if you want to discuss something, if you want to co-host a session with me, right? Then please reach out to me. Okay. And my colleagues have pasted all our LinkedIn URL profile in the chat window. Let's connect on the LinkedIn. Okay.
One
Thank
more
you again.
before the
Yes,
ending,
Amit.
Imran. Can I show one more thing from the UiPath Studio website? It will not
Yeah,
take
you
more than
can. You can. You can.
yeah. I guess I. So from the Studio website, Studio web, right? So what you can do, you just use the whatever like I have done in the Studio site, UiPath Studio site. So you can use, and with the help of like just one activity, screenplay, right? You can use this screenplay activity. You can select the model. You can do whatever you want to do for the screenplay. So it's just like, for example, screenplay, right? So you can search here screenplay, and then that's it. It will land to your UI screen. That's it, Imran. I just wanted to show.
I mean, I think there's a question in the chat. Okay. How many AI units or platform units are needed in order to run the example you showed us in the demo? So for the demo, right, the example which you have shown, the rpachallenge.com and the Excel automation, how many units it might have consumed in background?
It might have consumed one or two unit, Imran.
So we
Because
have used we are using enterprise cloud, right?
Yes,
So it's a
yes,
platform unit consumption model, right?
yes, that's correct.
Okay. So I think the answer to the question is around how many units? Can you confirm that again, Amit?
Two unit only, Imran.
Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Okay, we'll connect again in few weeks or months for the next session. Thanks, Gousalya and Amit, for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you
Imran.
all.
Thanks.
Thank you all.